I recreated this website with only one prompt, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. You can easily do this, and it's a great starting point for any project. So there's a new feature. So it's right here with this icon, and it's import website URL. So what this does, it's going to give you the ability to paste your URL, the link of the website that you want as reference. And then you have two options exactly. So this one makes it as close as possible to the reference website, the reference project. And there's the different options. So this is kind of going to remix it a little bit and change some stuff so that it doesn't resemble too much to the website that you are using as inspiration. So we also have this new feature which we can build in React in the Vite framework. So we will cover this in a different video. And you can also choose the model that you want, the one that you prefer. So it can be Gemini, OpenAI, or Claude. So which one you think have the best result for the kind of project that you want, or just the one that you prefer. Okay, so let's try on the Vercel website to see how it goes. And we're going to choose the exactly option here and click on import. So now it's running the import task in parallel. So it's downloading the site source first, and now it's generating the design.md reference from the imported source. So this will be our design that it's going to use to recreate the website. It's also validating the screenshot. So it took a screenshot. So you have the screenshot here that we can preview. So this is the actual original website. So it took the screenshot of the whole website from top to bottom. So this is going to help the AI when it's going to recreate this website. So we can see that it pretty much got everything. And then we have the design MD. So let's preview it. So in this file, this is like, you can think of this like, you know, a design system, if you will, some kind of design system. So it's going to like tell the AI exactly all the styles, all the colors and everything that it needs to recreate this website. So there's an overview, quick overview here in the design. Well, here it's a design system. So we have a quick overview here. It explains, you know, the website, and then we have the exact colors. So this is perfect because you're going to get the exact same style, the exact same colors. You're going to get the primary background, the secondary background, and so on with the whole design. So this way the AI won't guess it. Instead of just analyzing the screenshot and trying to guess the exact color, then instead it's going to come into this and we have everything all documented. So it's going to be more accurate. So then we have the typography. So the family, hero title, section heading. So everything's all extracted from our website. We have the elevation. So the shadows, the border. So everything's in here as well. And the components. We have the grid system that we saw earlier in the screenshot. You know, all the kinds of badges, the buttons, the input, the code. So then we have the do's and don'ts. So this gives instructions to AI to how to behave, how to make sure that the generation is as close as possible to the original reference. So this gives instructions to do so. So below we have the assets. So these are like all the assets, the images, maybe the video, everything that's embed. So every asset that you have in the original reference will be listed here, and it's going to use the exact same files, the exact same assets. So this way the generated content will be much more close. We'll have the actual visual of the original. So instead of having placeholders, for example. So this will give like a identity of the website. So here we have some SVGs and we also have an image here. So, you know, with that, it's going to help the AI to create this website as close as possible to the original. So here we have the prompt that was injected by the AI. So And this will differ. So if you choose the exactly option, then it's going to ask it to, recreate the website as exactly as possible. And if you choose the different, then it's going to give another prompt. So essentially what the tool does is it's going to build a prompt based on what you want. So now let's run this. So it's going to start another chat, another project. So with the prompt that has been given to us and with the two files to help AI in its generation. So we see the image here, the same one that we saw earlier, and the design.md, that is the design system that's going to use to help, like I said before, it's going to help the AI to get the exact values. Here on the left, you see the code being generated in real time for our project here. And we see a live preview of the website as it is built. So instead of waiting until the end of the generation, then you can have it streamed right in the preview section. We're going to give it some time and let it finish and come back with the result. So now the build is ready and we're going to take a look. So here is the website that it created. But first, remember that we have two references for this. So we have the picture, the image, and we have the design.md. This is what the AI is going to use to create your website. So this is going to dictate how the website is going to look. So for the image that was taken automatically, you can download to see it properly and examine how it looks and see what the AI will use as reference. So here's the image, and this is what the AI got for reference. So the hero section here, and we have all the layouts here with all the lines and like the grid layout. And we can compare it to what it created. So we have the same. So we have the triangle, the same layout at the top, and with this same grid layout with the lines as well. So for the image, if you can inspect it, and if there's something that you don't like, you can always use your own image. So for example, you can go to the original website and take your own screenshot. So you have the same elements here, the grid here, the lines, the image, the hero section with the triangle. And at the bottom, we have like the globe here, the sphere. And you can take this website, take a screenshot, and you can totally replace this image with your own screenshot so that maybe you find it more accurate. So then we have this, illustration here, the text, and the layout with the buttons and the globe. So the AI is going to take the image and, the values from the design system, the design.md, and it's going to recreate that in its own way. So we have the illustration here, the text, the two buttons, the title, and the sphere, the globe here. So it's following the instructions pretty accurately. And overall, this is pretty good because when you try to build something, you don't want the exact same website as the original one. You can have inspiration, you can have some styles, you can copy some layout, but you don't want like exactly the same thing. And from this, then you can start to iterate. You can go, to the design and change the image, the illustration, the icons. You can change the text, but this is, you can change the text, the font, you can change the colors, the asset, and we will cover this in different videos. There's also the code mode, so we have full control on the code here. And when you select an element, it goes straight to the related code. So this is pretty neat, very useful. So for a one-shot generation, this is pretty good. You have everything here. You didn't have to do like the screenshot or anything manually. You didn't have to, come up with your own prompt and your own way to get the design system out of the website. This is done automatically. And that's the whole point of this feature. So you have the whole foundation, the whole website that you can iterate on and, turn it into whatever style that you want. It can help you out instead of just starting from blank. So this is using the different prompts. So it's going to make the website different. And so it's going to change depending on the options that you choose. Here it's going to ask to recreate like the website with the attached web page using the same layout, styling, spacing, motion, and screenshot. So it's going to ask to change the text, names, numbers, and the brand. So it's not asking it to be exact. So this is the result of the different mode. So we have the hero here, but we don't have the lines that we used to have here. We have the layout change. We have a big text here. Here the illustration also changed. So we have this illustration here, as well as this one. So this used to be the globe, and the layout at the bottom here is like it's a different one. So it's like a column. So there's 2 columns. So it kind of made like a remix of the design. It changes some stuff, and it makes the result, the website, a little different and a bit varied from the original one. So this is how you can use this feature to recreate a website or use it as inspiration to build on top of. I will be making more videos about the Aura platform, so if you want to learn about this platform, then make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.